and welcome back to Ayaron's world. Now, I know I've been working on the experience spawner quite a lot recently, but... oh, I've got 4 experience levels. Speaking of experience spawners, there's a fresh pick. Let's just see what we get out of this quickly. Level 4, there we go. Efficiency 1, that'll help. What was I saying? Oh yes. I know we've been working on this a lot, but I'm sure... well, I'm quite keen to get this thing done and finished with, and I'm pretty certain you guys probably are too. You know, you want to see it working just as much as I do. And, you know, for all I know, some of you are... ooh, look at that glitch. Some of you may be following along, you know, for the designs in order to build your own. So, this is the top of that staircase shaft, which was here. As you can see, I've prettied it up quite a bit. I've also put a quick drop down the centre, because I like doing that sort of thing. So this is on top of the spawner here. Now, now that this bit's actually working, and the light switches are working, and we know the spiders come spawning out, now we need to channel them to a height so we can drop them 15 blocks. Now that's the thing, is cave spiders do not have as many hit points as the other mobs. Most mobs, I think you're dropping them, I think it's 23 blocks. If you want them to become one-punch kills, possibly 23.5. For cave spiders, it's 15 blocks. So, we need to channel them up 15 blocks, and then drop them 15 blocks, and then we bring them to the final collection point, which is where I can punch them and get all that lovely XP. So, the first thing... now, I've worked some of this out before recording, because I didn't want to waste too much of your time. So the first thing we really need to know is the exact coordinates of that spawner. So I'm just bringing up my XY coordinates here. And I already had my pick in hand. So this I know is directly above the spawner, because this is where this is where my cobblestone pillar was. So I know I can dig down into it, and there it is. Okay, so it's at well, it's got a Y of 43, and that's where my head is. The actual spawner is a bit lower. Now, I have to be within 16... now, the final collection point has to be within 16 blocks of here, and that isn't counting diagonally. So, it's, you know, so if it's 3 that way, 2 that way, and 5 that way, that's a total of 10 blocks away. So, 16 is actually pretty close to this thing. But, so, I've got those coordinates. You know, I'm at a height of 43, it's at a height of 41. And then we've got the X and the Y's, and that's nice and simple. So I can put that back, because there was a block on top anyway, if you remember, to prevent spiders from spawning immediately on top of it. Like so. So, my first guess as to where my collection point's going to be is here. Okay, so you can see that that is a Y of 42, which is actually 1 lower than the spawner, an X of 151, and a Z of 434, which by my count is within 16 blocks of there, you know. So the idea is that I'll channel them down to here. There'll be an iron spike here to prevent them from falling all the way down. And I've dug that 4 up on the basis that way, even if they're right at the top, I can be punching them and hitting them and so on. So, how to channel them up? I hear a few of you asking. Well, that's what this shaft here is all about. Yep, as you can see, I did a lot of digging. So this is my output pipe with that signpost there temporarily, if you remember. Let me just get rid of that as well. So what we have here is a shaft that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on a side. And that's the right size for how we're going to do this. So, I need to drop them 15. Oh, went the wrong way. I need to drop them 15, and then I want that 15 to be 4 higher than here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 higher than here. So with my head at a coordinate of 42, I need to drop them 15, plus that 5, so that's 20. So I need to channel them up to a height of 62, by my reckoning. I can always adjust this slightly as I go later, but you know, I have to sort of know how high I'm going. So, to channel up to a height of 62 from here, which is a Y of 42, we're going 20 up. Okay, and we're going to be going up one level per turn of this side. So we're going to be making a ring around this thing 5 times as we go up. Now again, this is still Ethos design. Etho is the one who worked out how you can get these spiders in a situation where they cannot fight the current. And the idea is that they must always be in a shaft that's only 1 high, so they can't jump out of the water stream at all. And then they just get channeled all the way. Now I'm going to need a supply of water, which for now I'm just going to stick here. This center bit is going to be filled in later, but I just need an infinite water source, like so. Right. I also need loads of signs, of course, stairs, and the blocks that I want to make the thing out of. Do I have any signs already? No, but I've got some more normal blocks, and I've got my stair blocks there. So let's do that. Let's have a sign there. Normal block there. And let's make some more signs. So I'm going to need 1 sign per level I'm rising, so that's going to be 20 in total, but I've got quite limited space here. I might not even have enough wood for 20. Oh well, let's see. We've got 5 to start, so let me talk you through the pattern of how this is going to go. So this water is going to flow out in a straight line there. There will be a block there. So I haven't even started and the torch is already in the wrong place. Typical. There we go. So for each of these 4 sides, the pattern is the same. We have a stair here on the 3rd one along, a sign up and left of the stairs, like so. And then that's it. Other than that, it's water source blocks. So let me, if I get this to a state where I can demonstrate it, just realise that this is completely the wrong place for my infinite water source. Or at least it is if I'm going to demonstrate the water flows to you. Let me start by doing this. That gets me an extra sign. Let's block that for the moment. Okay, so you can see this water pushes all the way to the stairs and then pushes you up the stair. This centre bit, as I said, is going to be completely filled in. So then another water source block is going to go directly above the stair. That's what this sign is for. It stops the water from flowing backwards. And so here again we have, again on the 3rd step along, we have a stair, and then up and left of it we have a sign. Because now we can put a water source block there. As you can see, this just continuously pushes along. This is quite a standard way of getting mobs to go up. You know, if you don't want them swimming up a tube, which apparently doesn't work with these little spiders. And even if it did, there wouldn't be any way to give them a breath of air halfway up. If you remember, with the first mob spawner I built, I had a tube full of water, and then halfway up there was a sign. So when their heads poked in there, they could get a breath of air. but they could keep swimming past it because they were because those mobs were too tall. That's the number 2 tall, not too tall. Whereas these ones are only a height of 1, so they might not be able to swim up past the sign, which means they'll start drowning as they're swimming up, and you don't want stuff like that. So, but this is it. You can see it's quite a simple pattern. Now, I wasn't pushing at all. That was, you know, all it going along. So then this will get filled in like so. And again, there'll be a sign there, and another water source block can go there, because this center column is going to be just solid all the way up. And that's all there is to this. Once I'm done, I can fill in, you know, make it so it's only 1 high, and you do that this way. Basically, you just put a block above there, above there. Whenever you reach a sign, you just go up by 1. Simple as that. So, oh, there's a sign, so you just get up by 1. And the spiders can always fit through. They get their little breaths of air here as they go up the stairs, but they never stop moving. And that will just keep flowing around all the way until we get to the top. So, I think this is a high-speed sequence. I think it's a musical sequence. I'm just getting rid of this stuff and the excess water I've got here, because that's just going to get in my way for now. There we go. Pick up that and that. Let's just put a block there to stop that. Definitely wasn't the place for my infinite water source. Okay. So, we're aiming for a Y of 62. Enjoy the show. Okay, 62. This is slightly higher than I was expecting this thing to be. It's possible I've miscounted somewhere along the line, but it doesn't matter. Final destination is slightly adjustable. So now I just need to get the signs, the water flows, fill it all in, and everything else. I'm 1 sign short. Typical. Okay. Now I just want to work out which way the output goes. Right, so from this height here, I actually want it to go off in that direction, not that direction. So I think I can indicate this by, if I dig this way a bit. I'll just do that for now. Okay. I want to get this finished and sealed up, and then I don't think I'll need to worry about it again. It should all work fine. Do I have any more buckets? It would be quicker if I had more buckets. I'll just do it the hard way. I need more buckets. If I've got to fight that current every time to get more water, it's going to take forever. There's one more bucket. Okay, in order to get water effectively, I'm going to have to do it fire outside. But I know there's a creeper there. Right, I want a clear run out to that water. Okay. Just so long as the creeper doesn't blow me up. Okay, let's light up out here a bit more, because then I can get my water from here, and that's going to be a lot easier than fighting that current all the way every time. Okay, is this only one deep? Yep, looks like. Okay, that'll be a lot more efficient. Run down to where the water starts, and the monotony starts again. Okay, I'm leaving that last one for now, because it was backflowing down there. Now I want to double check the coordinates and the direction that I need that output pipe to be, because I need to make sure that I channel that off in the right direction, this way. Okay, so that's that. So the coordinates here are 434, 151, and a height of 42, but importantly it's a facing of 0. So from the collection stream back there, I need to channel them to a facing of 0 to, well, not directly above here, because I need to drop them the 15 blocks before they get here. So let me make sure that I've got a full load of water. I want to block this off behind me as I go, because I don't really want to have to ride up there again. Because I think that's, this is more or less done. I can glass the rest of this in later. But, so, there's going to be blocks there, there, and there. And also at this height. Oops. So, as I said, you just put them directly, you put these blocks directly above the water. Am I going to end up with gaps? The easiest thing's going to be to stick a torch in those gaps. I know at the moment nothing can spawn in a space 1 by 1, but let's face it, there's an awful lot of development going on in Minecraft at the moment, and for all I know they're going to introduce a mob that will spawn in the dark in 1 by 1 spaces. So I just want to make sure that I don't leave any dark spots behind like that. So just above the sign, and then level with here. There's already a torch there. So I'll just do this. Drop a torch in. And just above the sign, like so. It also means that you can see what I'm doing. At least you can until I do that, and then it gets really dark. I cannot see a thing. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think I put those all in the right place. And it's gone dark again already. Right, let's just throw a torch there at random. Oh, this current is quite strong. You can see why the spiders are going to have trouble fighting against it. I mean, they don't get to swim up at all. So, put one there. And we'll go on there. Ah. Okay, so that's where the dark spot's going to be. So I can do that. Immediately above the water. That's going to be a dark spot. Immediately above the water. That's going to be a dark spot. It's quite a simple pattern to this thing. There's already a torch there. Get to that one. Oops. There we go. Almost done now. Okay, and here we are at the top. So, I just need one on top of there. And let's put a torch there. That's just a little cave that I broke into earlier. Right. So, this is the top of my stairs. And I want them to head in a facing of 0. Ah. Which is off that way. Looked like I guessed right. So, the collection point is at 3... is along the Z-axis, I think, yes. The collection point is at Z434, which is within 8 of here, so I'll just go 2 or 3 in that direction, and then I'm dropping straight down 15. Right, which means we need to block this fully. And the height, so there's going to be a water source block there. I need a spade. Right. Do those sides, do that one. That should do it. I'm just lining it. That's where I'm going to dig down actually. So I don't want that one. It's going to be, which means you and you, you and you. You can just be dirt again. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's one. So this is where they're going to drop down 15. So I need to put a sign here, and that's going to hold back the water that's going to flow here. So once that's there, so the water will flow that, and they'll go blop, and they'll drop 15 blocks. A few of them, though, won't drop. There's going to be a cap over that. Some of them will decide to climb instead. So you need to deal with those ones. Again, this is all stuff that Ethos has worked out. You know, genius that he is. So what you want to do is give them somewhere to swim up to. So they're at this level. I think that's right. So I'm just lining it. out of a sense of needing to be neat. Okay, so there's going to be a block there. Basically, there's going to be another water source block here. Okay, and basically, and that's going to be... let me try and explain this. That tunnel's going to be blocked like that, with the water flowing around the corner. So there's room up there for a water source block. And the idea is that if any spiders come in here and start climbing, they'll climb up into this water dead end and they'll drown. And that way they won't take up space in the mob count. So, that's already one down. So I'm just checking to make sure this is going to be ready to be sealed up. I think it is. So I do that. And then I can... Ooh. Of course it's going to get dark, isn't it? Let me do that. There we go. So we can see what we're doing. Okay, I put my water above. So I've already dropped down one. So I've got to dig down an additional 14. And I want to line the sides so it looks nice as well. So I'll do that. Ow. Okay. That's dropped me out of a hole that seems to have already been dug. Okay, well at least I know I'm on that side of there. Let's do this a bit differently then. Ooh, there's some iron there. Okay, I think this is the height I need, 47, because that's 15 less than the 62. But seeing as the length of this drop is actually quite important, I'm going to sort of count it empirically. So that I think is going to be the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, it's the right length. So I can dig my way back down. Now I'm thinking of leaving these torches in here because they won't affect the spiders as they fall. They won't affect spawning rates because the spiders are spawning nowhere near here. So let's just finish lining this. So facing was 0, so we're going off in this direction. Right. So at this level, there's going to be water flowing that way, but there's going to be a slight change done there. But I'll do that in a moment. So facing 0. So let's just dig our tunnel off, so we can line it. There we go. So what was that? We had a Y coordinate we were heading for, weren't we? Y3, 4. So it's just 2 more in this direction. 1, 2. So water will flow 8, so I can only really move as 8 from the bottom of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this Z... Okay, this is one further than I thought, but my x-coordinate is wrong. Okay, I'm not quite sure where I am. So I'm going to dig down here so I can see whether or not this is a good place for my collection point. No, this is sort of like directly over the spawner. I think if I can move myself sideways a bit from here. So we could head off in this direction rather than that direction to start with. So we could go 1, 2, 3 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Technically I could go one more because the water will go this far. And it would actually save me having to use another sign. So what's down here? That isn't bad. I mean, it's definitely close enough to the spawner. It's right by the wiring on this stuff, so I could put my on-off switch, you know, right here or something. Oop, did not mean to get rid of that. Yeah, so I designate this where this chest is. This will be my collection point. Oops. Let me get back up here a moment if I can. So again, we need to make sure that this is properly kitted out. So we need some lining. So we don't need that at all, but we can leave it for now. Maybe this could be like an observation window. Means we can... Yeah, I'm going to make this like part of the maintenance panel. Maintenance things on it. Did I have any staircases left? I probably put them away in that chest that I now cannot access. Right, there we go. I had 8 stairs left. So let's do this. Alright, so now you don't want them to land on a water source block, but I need to have a water source block here in order to carry them off. So what's the solution to that, I hear you cry? The solution is fence posts. Well, a fence post. So I'm going to drop this down a level. Like so. And here we put a fence post. The thing with fence posts is they are slightly higher. If you see, I can't walk there because of this block above my head. They're slightly higher than blocks normally are. Which means that it'll poke nicely up into the water. So even though there's a water source block there, they'll still take damage when they hit that fence post. Or at least this is my understanding of it. So I wanted that to be glass, so they can't escape that way. Too high, so we get a nice view. Okay, that's a block there. So I'm putting in a water source block there. Okay, and the rest of this needs to be just the one high. So again, they cannot fight against... Once they get under here, they can't fight against that water current at all. It's very dark. Put that there for now. And that's where they're going to drop down. So I'll dig that out. I'm going to put my torch there. I might build some glowstone into this bit at some point. So there we do that. Dig out, dig out. Let's dig out round the sides of this a bit. It'll make it look nicer. So there's going to be an iron fence post here. An iron fence post there. And I bet I didn't bring one. I didn't bring one. Okay, I can put a normal fence post there for the moment. And I'll replace it with an iron one later. Right. Ideally, I don't want anything next to it. But that's part of the back. That's part of the back wall of that, isn't it? Oh well. Won't look quite as neat. Sorry, I'm thinking. I should think out loud, shouldn't I? Right. Let me make sure we get this polished in a way that will look nice. Or at least in such a way that when we come along later... Alright, so that goes down, that goes down. They need to be trapped there. I'm going to lose this maintenance access, aren't I? Because I need to block up there. Oh, I suppose I can just build fresh maintenance access this way. There we go. Okay, this is... I'm really not happy by how butted up against this thing this is. I might move it out a bit more. Give me a second. I'm going to cut to when I've moved this out a bit. Okay. I moved it over by a bit, which means it's moved slightly further back, but it means that I've got a bit of a gap to the wiring. I've checked the coordinates of this new location, and compared to the location of the spawner, it's the x-coordinate is 8 away, the y-coordinate is 2 away, so that's 10, and the z-coordinate is only 3 away, so I'm within 13 of the spawner, so it's close enough. I need to line and complete the channel up there, so I'll do that now quickly. So this can still be observation. I've got 2 glass panes left. I really need silk touch. So we'll do that. I don't think you're needed there anymore, are you? Oh, I can reclaim this stuff too. So the water will go there. And we're heading off this way. Like so. And I'm almost out of picks, but that doesn't matter because pretty soon I'm going to have some kick-ass diamond magical picks. That's what all this effort has been about. So I can actually start using my diamonds and sticking level 50 or so enchantments on them, because that'll be fun. Right, let's put... Should we put a torch there? Yep, okay. It's going to be solid block there, so let's throw our water down again. put the top on this? Again, let's do that. Right. Right, I'll make the front of this look neat and better later. For now, I just need... Oops. Block. Block. So we'll put a torch there again. There we go. Block down to that level. I'll probably replace that bit with glass later. That way you can see the spiders building up. We put our fence post there. Okay. Wow. Well, apart from the on-off switch, this thing is more or less ready to go. I said I will do a lot of polishing later. Let's get that on-off switch. Do I have a lever on me? No, but I'm sure I have... I've got a stick and a cobble though. That's all I need to make a lever. I'm not sure where my lever went. No, I don't have any... Oh, go away, you. I'm going to leave that glass until I've got silk touch here. For now, I'm just going to throw this lever back to where it was. I'll probably set up like a proper control panel there later. So, is there anywhere else? I was making loads of glass, wasn't I? Right, I think I want... Okay, I can see them going that way, can't I? I'm just wondering where else I might want to put some observation platforms. Don't know why you're there. Don't know why you're there. I can hear you all just saying, oh, get on with it and test it. Right, that would be a bit too close. You can go away. You can go away. I'm just going to put... There you go. A couple of glass panels there. So we can start to see them spiralling up. Hopefully. Well, I can hear them spawning. Get some bread. Yep, there they go. So we should see them start to circle round. Let's see. And he cannot fight the current. There's nothing he can do but go all the way. And it doesn't matter if he gets more than 40 blocks from me, you know, because it doesn't matter if his movement freezes. He will just keep going. Now, why is he the only one? I would have expected spiders to be pouring out of there by now. Okay, let's get up to that second observation place. So we can start to see them drop down, hopefully. Oh, I can certainly hear more of them. So, just waiting for them to drop. And we'll find out whether or not I've made any mistakes. Well, that seemed pretty good. Now, will he appear here? Yes. And is he a one-punch kill? And he is! That's a successful test. Wow. That experience orb stuck up there. I think that's why I need to align this with glass. There'll be like a nice little piston pusher there. Ooh, do you hear all those people crunching? There's one, two... Okay, see that? They climb up a little bit, but the water just pushes them back here again anyway. Plus, I can punch them even when they're up there. Now, I decided that this should not be as high as I thought. So, from where they're blocked, it's 1, 2, 3. So that way I've got perfect punching ability there. So, now I can... Well, I don't want to AFK here for too long, because that will just lag the world once you get hundreds of these guys. A lot of my experience is not falling down. I'm assuming it'll be better. Ooh, this guy must have climbed. He had loads of health left. But he's a one-hit kill. He's a one-hit kill. This is working, guys. So, principles are, send them 15 up, drop them 15, then collect them somewhere nice there. And you can see there's loads of them coming. They keep spawning because I'm within range of the spawner. Because they're being taken away from the spawner, more of them will keep appearing. And they cannot fight the current. Ethos, you're a genius. Well, this might have been a slightly longer episode than usual, because I was determined to get this done so we could move on to the next project with our nice magical tools. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Additional. I realised while I was using this to build up some experience points that I have made one mistake with it. If you remember, I made a point of making sure that this collection point... Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. That's my mobile phone. Sorry, it distracted me. Right, I made a point of making sure that this collection point was within 16 of the spawner. That's because spiders will only spawn if you're within 16 of the spawner. So that's fair enough. But the problem is that there is also a limit on the number of spiders that can be within a certain radius of the spawner before spiders will stop spawning. And I think this is too close for that. So I think what's because I've left this just sat there for 30 minutes or more, and I've never gotten more than 15 or 16 spiders in here. And I think that's what's happening, is even though I'm taking the spiders away to start with, I'm then returning them to within too close to the spawner. So I think I need to change this slightly. So I need to make the collection point outside of that 16 block radius. But then I stand myself within the radius, build up a nice collection of 50 or 100 spiders, and then I kill them. So as you can see here, this is a sequence of me moving where the exit point is. And I'll speak to you once I'm done to explain the final additions. Okay, so what I've done is I've made it just in a straight line this way. Now there were some additions, which are sometimes, as you can see, drops get stuck like that. So this is what... where's the button gone? I had a button. There's my button. There's my button. Okay. So, in order to get those goods out, that there's going to be replaced by glass, like it was on the other one. I've got to, obviously, I have to do all the polishing again. So, while there aren't any spiders coming, we need redstone. There should be a little bit of redstone. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit discombobulated because I wasn't expecting to have to do this. Right, so now I've grabbed that. There should be a bit of redstone. There we go. So we replace that one there with a piston. Where's that piston? Just a normal piston, doesn't have to be a sticky piston or anything like that, because the piston isn't actually doing any pushing of blocks or anything. Okay, and then you put a bit of redstone on top of this block here, which you can then hide like so. All that's going to be cut away again. And then you put your button here. And if that's glass, and maybe even if it isn't, what that does is it pushes any experience orbs or mob drops that get stuck up there, and it just pushes them off. But if there's any spiders there, they just go up, and they don't take any damage from it. Okay, I will have to wire this lever back up here. I'll do that from the back. But so this will be my collection point. And even if this thing was on right now, I don't think they would spawn, because that's a bit too far away. But I can simply, if I want to build up a supply, I could just leave myself AFK here, or I might polish up this viewing gallery so I can, be stood here watching the spiders go up and up and up. And then we should be able to build a couple of hundred of them up there. And then I can get them all. Well, bye-bye again. Hopefully when you next see this, it'll be as neat as this was.